Good morning, everybody. Hi. Hello, 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 hello. What are y'all up to? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. Okay. Good morning, everybody. How is everyone doing today? Hello, 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 hello. Sharice Johnson Moore here. Hello. How is everyone doing today? What is up? What is up? What is up? Hello, everyone, and how is everyone doing today? Sharice Johnson Moore here. Hi. What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everyone doing today? I am so glad to be here in this space again. I know it has been a while. We want to say hello and welcome to Entrepreneurial Corners. Yes, I am so happy to be here with you today. And today we're going to be talking about the recap of the third annual Stand Up Authors Revival and Award Ceremony conference that went on in this went on in the place, right? And it was very, very, very important for us to get together for this program. And it was a conference that was for the ages. Okay, all right. Had to kind of get that wording together. Uh okay, yes, I want to make sure I spelled it right because I'm an author now. Author's supposed to know how to spell some words, right? But I wanted to say this is today I want to talk about um, I want to really get into a recap of a conference I attended over this past weekend. I wanted to really get into a conference I attended this past weekend, right? And it was so much. I had so much fun. I had so much fun. I had so much fun, right? I had so much fun, right? And wanted to say welcome to everyone, right? This morning I'm starting my day off with a live, okay? My day, right? And it is a thing that um you into you come into a space where you have open yourself up and you have stepped out from among them, right? So let me give you some backstory to this, right? The backstory to how this all began. Okay, so I, you know, I am an author, I'm a business owner, and I do a plethora of activities, right? And one of the activities is me attending a morning gathering on Clubhouse with a group of ladies. And the group is led by Miss Ardenae Garner, this young lady in this picture. Miss Ardenae Garner, right? Now you can find her on Facebook. You can find her on Instagram, Ardenae Garner. Okay, and she is the 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 founder of a clubhouse room entitled Resilient Black Women Daily Inspiration for Authors Room. It is held every morning at 7 a.m. This young lady right here, Ardenae Garner. This is Ardenae Garner, right? And she is the founder of that room, right? And she is also the executive producer of books such as Stand Up, Resilient Black Women Who Are Shaping the World with Their Faith, volume 1, 2, and 3, and I am a co-author in number 3. And she has developed and she has put together a conference for women and men to come out and be learn, to gather, to meet, to network, to collaborate, to really get to know each other besides just being in the clubhouse room every morning, right? Clubhouse room opens at 7 a.m., right? Okay? And she had a conference this year in Charlotte, North Carolina. It is entitled the annual third annual. It is entitled the third annual Stand Up Authors Revival and Awards Conference. It is held in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was held there last year. I went last year. I went there. I went there with not. I went there with the mindset of not being mentally prepared for the place. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, right? And then when I left, I came out of that conference with a different mindset. And like I said, we meet every morning at the Resilient Black Women Daily Inspiration for Authors Room at 7 a.m. on Clubhouse, right? And I had joined the room and we became friends, and I became friends with the other women that come in the group, and the men were, are welcome in the group in the morning at 7 a.m. And I got to know everybody and everything. And I decided I want to go to the conference last year, okay? And my mind was not set to be in the place last year. But I went there one mindset, left with another. Okay. Now, when I left that one last year, I was determined that I was going to step out on faith and be a vessel, be a vessel for the Lord to use me for this for in this space, right? So my first determination was with this conference. I said I want to be a speaker. Okay, that's my first bust out move. So I acquired my ticket. I acquired the speaker ticket, VIP ticket, and I became a speaker. And the speakers were also offered a chance to be in the pitch competition. Pitch competition. And they had to pitch their ideas. It was three of us. Miss Cornelia Bianco, you can also find her on Facebook. And Miss Ladidra Level Up Penn, she is also, you can find her also on Facebook. And we all were entered into the pitch competition. Okay. And this year I presented my speaking presentation was about publish now what. Okay. And I have never presented, I have never been a speaker before in my 9 years of being doing business 9 years. I've never been a speaker before. So my first experience, cool. All right. And nervous Nelly, right? But I got over the nervousness and I thought about how I could present my speaking topic, which was published now what, and I just let my hair down like we was already in the room because majority of the women in the room, we meet in the morning in the clubhouse room, right? So I said I'm in presence of them, and we saw each other last year. Some of us saw each other last year. We seen each other again. So I said I might well just go ahead and just be me. Ain't no need me being putting on no airs, right? Because we already know each other, and I'm comfortable with the people in the room. So I did my presentation. You go to my Facebook page, you can see some of the clips, you can see some of the events, you can see what happened behind the scenes of this event, this conference. It was a 3-day conference from the 3rd, October the 3rd through the 5th of 2025 in Charlotte, North Carolina. And these are our booklets that we receive. These are our booklets that we all receive, we receive of attending the conference. Okay, my little wrinkle. Sorry about that, but yes, this is uh, our pamphlet, our booklet, and you know, and so we also had pitch competition panelists. We had judges. We had judges. Oh my God, we had judges, and I can say that Cornelia Bianco and Ladidra Level Up Pen did their did a marvelous job. Okay, during the pitch competition. Okay, I presented my pitch, and I was given some very important information for my what I was pitching, and advice and counsel, and the 3 panelists were Commissioner Yvette Townsend Ingram, um, Yvette Townsend Ingram. Okay, we're gonna go to the picture. We're gonna go to the. This is Miss Ingram. Okay, this is Miss Ingram, and she was one of the panelists here. She was one of the panelists on the. Let's see if I can get this to do. Yeah, she was a panelist for our competition, and then we had Miss Epic April. Epic April. Miss April was a panelist for the pitch competition, and we had Dr. Terry Alford. Miss Terry Alford. Miss Terry Alford was a panelist for our pitch competition. And we had a very nice time. And in this is a 3-day event. It's called the Power Moves Pitch Contest. That's what we were entered into. And it was a 3-day event. And we had an itinerary for each day. It was very, very nice. I loved it. I loved it. This is our itinerary for each day. And Miss Ardenay Garner did her thing. Okay, she did her thing. 2 snaps up in a Z formation. Okay, all that. In a bag of chips, and set off some firecrackers and everything. Okay, because this event was very important for me to attend. Okay, so my first jump was to buy the ticket. The ticket to be a speaker and to the pitch competition. Second jump was doing the pitch competition. First was a speaker, purchasing that ticket, and then then entering the pitch competition, and then I also offered my services of being a minister of music. I participated in the praise and worship on Sunday before our before Dr. Kathy Howard spoke on day 3. We had a nice time, real nice, lovely time, right? So, why I am discussing this conference and my weekend is because I want to give a word of advice to authors. Do it scared, do it nervous, do it do it anyway. Okay? Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Now I'm gonna give you some roll call of who the people, were in the place to be for this event. On day 1, we had Rachel Branch, and Rachel Branch was one of our MCs. Okay, Rachel Branch. She's also an author, and she is a business owner of Budget Breakers LLC, and she can be found in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. Then we had Miss Cornelia Bianco. Miss Cornelia spoke about God's grace. And that was her speaking topic, God's grace. Miss Cornelia Bianco can be found on Facebook. And she is also a uh, paparazzi representative, and she's a nurse of 19 years. Okay, she's a nurse, and she talked about God's grace. Okay, then we have Sherry Bean. Mother Sherry Bean, that's what I named her, Mother Sherry Bean, because she is um, she is a valiant woman of God, valiant woman of God, and it is so good when you can sit in a room and glean from your older older peers. I say it like that because she is more of a mother figure to me and the other ladies in the group, because you could tell the Holy Spirit is just all over. Fully anointed, okay? And you can feel the Spirit jump from her to you if your spirit is open to what God has for you, okay? She spoke about biblical. Okay, she talked about biblical mindset transformation from victim to overcomer. That was her topic for her um for her uh for her speaking event. Okay, her speaking topic. Then we had Dr. Patricia Evans Morrissey. Patricia Evans Morrissey. Don't let setbacks stop you from coming back. Don't let the setbacks stop you from coming back. Okay, that was her topic for her speaking time. Then we have Miss Ladidra Level Up Winner Pen. Okay, that's my nickname for her. We all call her Level Up, and we added winner because she was the winner of the pitch competition, and her topic was about suicide survivors, and she wants to start a podcast to help other suicide survivors in their time of need, and is dedicated to her son, who took his life, and she has dedicated her life to helping others that have dealt with suicide in their journey, in their lifetime. Whether it be a loved one, family, friends, suicide affects everyone around them, not just the parents. It affects the grandparents, the great grandparents, it affects the children, things of that nature, sisters, brothers. And that is who won the pitch competition. Miss Ladidra Level Up won a pen. She won the pitch competition. And congratulations, Miss Ladidra Level Up win a pen. if you are watching this replay. Okay. Her topic is level up, mastering your reaction to haters and thriving. That is what she spoke about on her speaker topic. Okay. Then we had other activities. Miss Ardenay, she had a photographer there that was doing professional headshots if you needed them. She also had a makeup artist if you wanted to have your makeup professionally done, your face beat. Okay, I have those pictures on my Facebook page as well, and I think I put some pictures on my YouTube channel in the community chat, so you can go check them out because I've uploaded those pictures. And you can check out, all the pictures I took. Okay, then I got some everybody else's pictures, and we had a ball. Okay, then we had a keynote speaker was Apostle John Doss. Apostle John Doss. His topic was having on the right shoes for what God has prepared for you on your journey. Having on the right shoes, having on the right shoes, running this race of being in this space where God has anointed you to do an assignment. You have to have the right shoes on to complete the task. Okay, and so we have "Birth Out" by the Sound of Surrender by Dr. Latanya Parsons. Now, Latanya Parsons, she set the place on fire, and it was so funny. It was like God had spoke to both of Apostle John Doss and Latanya Parsons, and they talked about the same top. They talked about shoes, having on the right shoes for your assignment, and it was like, wait a minute, was God? I was thinking. I said, you know what? God sat on both of them at the same time and gave them a topic that fits the topic that they coincided and matched each other's what they were talking about. Word, it was like God came in and sat on both of them, gave them this word, and the word was carried from one speaker to the next. And it was powerful, 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 powerful thing. Powerful, powerful. It was a powerful move. Um, and then we have Angela Connors. Angela Connors. She spoke about power moves, rebalancing love, leadership, intimacy in modern relationships. She talked about relationships, how important relationships are, and the chemistry between a man and a woman are when they are in a relationship, and how that can affect in a relationship. She talked about a plethora of things. Okay, when it comes to relationships. Then you had Pastor Tony Howard from Vegas. Angela Connors is from Atlanta, Georgia. Latanya Parsons is from, I think she's from Carolina. Apostle Doss is from Charlotte. And Rachel Branch is from Memphis, Tennessee. And LaDeidre is from Memphis, Tennessee. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, and then Pastor Tony Howard, he came in and stepped on people's toes. Well, not really literally, but he had a segment set aside for the men. This year, Miss Ardenay had power couples come. Power couples attend the event. And it was a men's session where the women were invited. We were invited if we chose to attend the men's workshop. And it was very important, very important. Power couple mastermind that was also coordinated and facilitated by Miss Arne Garner. And then we did a network mix-up at 7:30 to 9, and then we did a VIP dinner that Miss Ardenay and Mr. Garner, King G, we call him Miss Ardenay's husband, King G, took us all out for the VIP dinner and VIP private dinner at the restaurant up the street called Harris. Okay, so if you ever in Charlotte, check out Harris because whoo, child, my meal, I couldn't even eat it all, right? You ever seen Norbit, right? I'm just throw this in there, right? You ever seen Norbit, the movie Norbit, right? And how Norbit was with the three brothers and Respucia, right? Respucia, right? And how they would feed them. And they said, okay, Norbit, now you get the part of the chicken with the chicken butt, right? So it just, that's what the piece of chicken I got for dinner. That's how big that piece of chicken was. It was like half of the chicken, okay? And I was like, how I'm gonna eat all this, right? And it looked like, half of the chicken, okay? You get the wing, you get the breast, you half a breast, you get the thigh, you get the drumstick, you get all that in that piece of chicken. And the dinner was very nice. I liked Harry's. I would tell anybody to go there and eat because they have a menu. Is very good. And I had trying to think what else that. Okay. Okay, no, that's not it. Okay. Anyway, with Harry's, and it was marvelous. It was off the chain, okay? And so with that, it was a thing of we had fun, we had camaraderie, we had conversation, things of that nature and whatnot. And then we go into day two. Now day two was um we were led with an open mic large group share with Miss Ardenae Garner, our founder. And then um we went into Martinez Maritizer, Matar, I can't, excuse me. I do not like botching up people's names. Martiza, Martiza McClendon, and Chandrika Williams, okay? And they talked about power moves with purpose, leap with grit, and grow with grace, okay? Uh, Miss McClendon is a Olympic, is our Olympic panelist. She is an Olympic winner. She's been at the Olympics, and she came and talked about her uh, relationship with her family, relationship with her father, relationship with winning, relationship with mindset, to be in that headspace, to be a winner. And she talked about some stuff that's really in depth and deep. Chandrika Williams, she came in and spoke too. They spoke together. They was two on the panel. And they spoke about some things. Child, you had to be there. But that was real powerful conversation. It was real, it was open, it was honest, you could feel the authenticity of them speaking. Okay, then we had Mind War from Battle to Victory with Rachel Branch. Rachel Branch, Rachel Branch, Rachel Branch. Okay. Rachel Branch is an author and a business owner. And she is out of, she is the author of this book. Okay, she's the author of this book, Rachel Branch. She says, I win, you lose. This is her life story, Rachel Branch book. You can find this book on, you can find this book on Amazon. You can find the book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and ebook. Okay, so I want you to get this book. This is by Rachel Branch. This is her first book, right? Well, this is not her first book, but this is her solo project. This is her solo project. So you need to get it. Okay. Um. Then she spoke about Mind Wars from Battle to Victory. Then I spoke about Publish Now What, which is my course. I spoke about my course, Publish Now What. And then we went to the short storytelling by our videographer. Miss Ariel Octavia. Ariel Octavia. She was our videographer for the whole event. Okay, and she spoke about the short story told by you about creating a film, turning your books into film, turning your books into movies, short stories through video, through video, through media, the way we do it through film, short stories, things of that nature. And then we had Veronica Crippen, retired wealthy. She talked about money, and her conversation about money woke me up about wealth. It's retired wealthy, and she broke it down of how much we would have to at our age that we were at. She gave us calculations of how much we would have to spend to even have money for retirement by we 65. Okay, and that kind of got me going. And I'm 54, and um got me thinking about starting a 401k. Okay, even though I'm 54, it's never too late. Is that I believe in that. It's never too late to start. And so then we had Dr. Terry Alford. Terry Alford. She spoke about attracting abundance and selling without being salesy. Okay, she gave us some, broke it down about how we could sell our products without selling, being salesy. How we can really get people to purchase your products in a full manner without being salesy. Okay, and then we had a reception in the atrium with Silky Mason. Silky Mason was one of our other MCs. This is Rachel. This is Rachel, and this is Silky. Okay, and we had them speak, and they made us laugh. They made us. We broke out in song. We did everything. And this is our keynote speaker, Apostle John Doss. I hope y'all can see him. Okay, I don't want this to be too blurry. Hold up, let me see. Yeah, Apostle John Doss was our speaker, our keynote speaker for the event. And and then we went to the dinner. We had awards and dinner and awards presentation, where she gives out awards for different things. The men even won awards this year. That was very important to her, Miss Arnett Garner. And Silky Mason and Arnett Garner facilitated the dinner and awards presentation. And then we had our after party. We party. Okay? And I was not going to sit down. I'm not sitting down at something that I know God placed me to be at. Okay? I'm going to say this. We can go places and, and attend events and enjoy ourselves, because nothing is more important than living in the moment of enjoying yourself. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your vacations. Enjoy your time off. Enjoy it, because you don't get but one chance to enjoy that. You might miss that moment and you be like, man, I'm mad. Oh, okay. But my thing is that you have to enjoy your life. Enjoy it. Get chance to go out, meet other people, interact, network, collaborate. Whether it is at a bar, or whether it's as a networking event, or gathering, or a conference, or a book signing event, or whatever. Enjoy life. Life is too short. Be sitting at home saying shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay, all right. Um, and we partied, and I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the event. I really enjoyed it. Then we went to day three. Day three, I was the facilitator of praise and worship. Okay, praise and worship. And then we had our inspirational message from Dr. Kathy Howard, who is Mr. Tony Howard's wife. Okay, pastor, from Vegas. And they were a power couple as well. So, and then she had her inspiration message, and then she talked about the trauma isn't your truth. Your trauma isn't your truth. Oh my God, she's open the windows of heaven. Okay. Then we had a little break. Then we had we had we had Tanisha Cameron Coles come in and talk about when authenticity answers. This is her book. Okay, this is Miss Tanisha Cameron Coles. This is her. She came and spoke. Her book is available on Amazon if you would like to purchase it in hardback, paperback, and ebook. Okay, and it got a workbook with it. Okay, workbook. Ding, pick it up. Okay, so get Tanisha Cameron Cole's book, When Authenticity Answers. She was our speaker at the event, and and the thing is, you got the win authenticity, whole bunch of authenticity. Okay, this woman is off the chain. Okay, I want to let y'all know you can also find her on TikTok. You can find her on Instagram. You can find her on Facebook. Okay, and then we have Bobby Goodwin. Bobby Goodwin is from Memphis as well, Memphis, Tennessee. So, and she's an author, and she is talking about her book, which is from the practice and partnering with the practice husband. That book comes out today, launches today. Matter of fact, they're gonna have their live broadcast, their live virtual launch today here on YouTube and on Facebook. Her name is Bobby Goodwin. She just published her book. I will share it out with everyone who on my YouTube channel. I will share it out because I'll be watching it on YouTube, and I will share it out with everyone in my subscribers list. Okay, powerfully united, strengthening marriage God's way. That was her topic, Miss Bobby Goodwin, and Miss Bobby Goodwin was also author of the year, entrepreneur of the year for our award ceremony. She received her award for that this year. Congratulations, Miss Bobby, on being entrepreneur of the year. Okay, you entrepreneur. Okay, because Miss Bobby has already 4 books out, and then she comes out with an anthology about marriages and practice. Like, do you have practice husband? You had that practice husband, and now you've come and you got you a full-time in love partner, and she talk about it. Okay, she talk about it. Okay, so check out Miss Bobby Goodwin. She's on Facebook, she's on Instagram, and I think she has a YouTube channel, and she has a TikTok page. Okay, so then went to the Silky Mason. Miss Silky Mason facilitated the pitch competition. That was where me, Ladidra, and Cornelia were the participants in this pitch competition. And Miss Ladidra Penn, level up, win a pen, won the competition. Okay? Very insightful. Then we had a break, and then we had an awards presentation where they presented Ladidra level up win a pen with the prize money of $1,000 was the prize. Okay, for winning the pitch competition. She received her prize. Then we had open mic, and we had networking, and where does faith need to make a move? Okay, so we really that day we went in and we did the thing, and it was nice. Okay, we also had sponsors. We had chit and chat with Keisha, with the 2 young ladies, April and Keisha. They were our sponsors, and our sponsors, Written Word Publishing LLC, was a sponsor of the event, and Relier was a sponsor. That's a jewelry company. Um, okay, they were a sponsor of the event as well. Okay, so um, it's presented by Me, Myself, and God Tours Inc. This is a company that Miss Ardenay has created that puts on this conference every year. This is her business, and Me, Myself, and God Tours Inc. Okay, and Resilient Storage Publishing. Okay, she also has that as well. In my pamphlet, talk about the host. Okay, this is Miss Ardenay. Miss Ardenay. Miss Ardenay. Miss Ardenay. Miss Ardenay. Okay, this is our host. And then we have our MCs. Our MCs for the event. Our MCs for the event. I hope y'all can see that. Okay, and this is the keynote speaker. And then we have our power couples. We have our power couples. Um, Jacob and Latanya Parsons is a power couple. We had Andy and Jackie Emery as a power couple. We had Marteza McClendon and Shadrika Williams, as I had spoke before. They were speakers at the event. Then you had an honorary Jennifer Moxley. Jennifer Moxley. Jennifer Moxley. Yes, yes, yes. And she has her She Dreams in Color Foundation. She was there. She attended as well. And let's see. Then we had all of our speakers. We had all of our speakers. This is our pamphlet. We have Angela Connors, Aria Octavia, Bobby Goodwin, C.C. Smith. Then we had Jamie Harris. Then we have Cornelia Bianco, Dr. Kathy Howard, the Deidre Level Up Winner Pen, and Dr. Patricia Evans Morrissey. Her husband came. And we had workshop speakers with Latanya Parsons, Maritaz McClendon is an Olympic medalist. She's the Olympic medalist I was telling you about earlier. Me. Okay, and then we had Chandrika Williams. She attended. We had Sherry Sariat Bean. That's Mother Sherry. Okay, Mother Sherry. I hope this with me. Let me see if I can get this in focus. I don't know what's gonna be in the focus. Okay. So we had those. We had Tanisha Cameron Cole, Pastor Tony Howard, and his wife, Miss Pastor Tony Howard, and his wife came to be in our midst. Then we have Veronica Crippen. We had our three panelists were um uh Commissioner Yvette Townsend Ingram. Epic April was a April Franks. That's her name. April Franks is a business coaching. She's a business coach. She's been in the business for 15 years. And we have Dr. Terry Alford. She is educator, CEO of TNA Financial Group. Okay, and we had a fun time at the event. We really did. So, wrap it up. So, if you want to get in a group, well, there is camaraderie. We support one another. We show up for one another. We do things together as a group, and we also have our separate lives, but we also we also support each other in each other's endeavors. Okay, so I wanted to say thank you to everyone that came in for this uh recap. This recap. Okay, I had a wonderful time, and it made me. What I got from the recap, what I got from this conference was that I have so much to offer, and I have value. I have value, and only only I can do what I can do when I can do it, right? And I had to be original and authentic. And that's what I got from this experience. It motivated me, invigorated me, and started me thinking different. And this is another thing I got from the conference. Look, you got books, and you going somewhere, take your books with you. Take your books with you everywhere you go. I don't care if you got to ship them to the hotel where you're going. If you're gonna be a vendor, if you know you're going somewhere where it's gonna be people, take you some books, okay? Because I was asking everybody in the train station. I took the train, okay? I would ask people in the train station. I would ask people on the train going down the cars and saying, I got a book. My name is Sharice Johnson Moore. Open your mouth. Closed mouth don't get fed. Okay, and I had 38 books when I went there, and I came home with none. Okay, I came home with none because I opened my mouth and proceeded to tell people about my books. And that was another thing that this conference set a fire in me, to get me to open my mouth more and do more talking. Okay, and present my offers to those that are willing and able, that need my help. Okay, my name is Sharice N. Johnson Moore, and I am the owner of Sharice N. Johnson Moore LLC, publishing consultant and visibility coach. And I want to say thank you to everyone that came into my live today. I greatly appreciate you. Now, I would like to say, if you would like to reach out to me, it is very possibly so. Very possibly so. Okay, it is very possibly so, child. It's so possible. Okay, this is my email. You can email me. If you're inquiring about book publication, consultations, if you need services, pertaining to faith-based ministry leadership consultations. If you need a singer or a speaker. My calendar is open to accept speaking and singing engagements, okay? Speaking and singing engagements, okay? I want to let y'all know that, okay? And so, I also have my books, my books, okay? So Coming to Loving Yourself is a memoir. That's the first book. Then I got Coming to Loving Yourself Study Guide is the workbook that coincides with the first book. And I'm also co-author in in Resilient Black Women Who Are Shaping the World with Their Faith, Stand Up, Volume 3, okay? With Miss Ardenae Garner. And I want to say thank you to everyone that has showed up and that doing their thing and, making it do what it do, okay, boo? All right? I love you all, and please, please, please do not be shy to share this video out with your other friends, your other followers, and get in contact with me if you are in need of helping with your publishing. I have a course entitled Publish Now What. I also break it down where we can have one-on-one free consultation for an hour. You can come and sit down with me and we could talk about what your needs are. If you would like to reach out to me, here is my email again. Okay. And I greatly appreciate everyone coming in today. And I love you all. Everyone have a blessed day. Bye, babies.